guys, welcome back to the Gas Stop Podcast, episode 6 now.
Yeah, we're on a roll with these conspiracy theories.
And I feel like it was only yesterday I seen you.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it was
3 days ago.
It was 3 days ago, innit? So normally I only see him once a week and I have enough and I can't see him for the next 7 days. But guys, today's a late one because we're both quite busy over the weekend. So we thought we'd just get it done today. So bear with me because I've got my drink, cranberry juice, good for you. And I've got my dinner, so pot noodle. But I'm saying my dinner is probably my start. I'm probably going to have something later as well. So
Not healthy.
no, pot noodle is quite healthy.
What's this? Cranberry juice. Bro, who seriously drinks out of a carton there?
Me?
That's what this guy does, he drinks out of the carton.
Yeah, because
That's mad.
no one else that lives in this house likes cranberry juice. So why would I waste a glass?
Because, like, you could just neck the whole thing, you wouldn't even realise.
Yeah.
Isn't that mad?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I don't know.
It actually doesn't matter if you neck the whole thing today
Yeah.
or have it over the space of 3 days because it's thingy, innit?
What?
You're still having the same per week.
Per week?
Yeah, like if you have a litre of cranberry juice today,
Yeah.
or you have half a litre today and tomorrow, yeah, or in 4 days you have quarter of a litre,
Yeah.
in the week you still consumed a litre of cranberry juice, innit?
Okay. Is that how you measure it?
That's how you measure it.
But don't you want to just like savour the nice, look at it, deliciously refreshing.
Exactly, that's why I want to drink it now.
Do you not want to savour that?
No, I want to drink it in one go. It's good for you. This is good for, I think, your urine.
Urine?
It's good for your urine. Yeah, it's supposed to be good for you. It's got nil fat, nil saturated fats.
No, it's good, man. I like cranberry juice. I used to do cranberry, vodka and cranberry.
That was the drink back in the day, innit?
Yeah, everyone used to bang that.
I'm going out this weekend.
Oh, you?
So yeah. I'm going. It's Shreya's eldest cousin did his 40th, but obviously she'll know because it's a surprise, isn't it? So this video won't get released until.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
Is it you're in Leicester?
Yeah, going to Olivia's.
Oh, that thing.
Townhouse.
We went there. Me and you went there.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
Yeah.
When?
After we got ripped off at that place.
No, that was Audrey's.
That Indian restaurant. Wasn't it that?
No.
Oh. So
That's Audrey's.
Oh, okay.
This is near the Mackies on that strip.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go there. So I might have vodka cranberry this weekend.
Olivia, Audrey, same type of girl, isn't it?
Same basic girl, innit?
Yeah.
Shout out Olivia, shout out Audrey. I actually don't know anyone called Audrey, but I know a couple of girls called Olivia.
I can't say I know Audrey.
Yeah, Audrey, that's a weird name, man.
I think it's just like a...
That's it. Yeah.
It's just an older name.
It's an older name.
It's like Barbara.
Yeah, or Margaret.
Remember Auntie Barbara?
What, from school?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out. I don't actually remember. She was the one with the glasses, right? With the bike?
No, that was Miss Wilkes.
Oh.
Auntie Barbara used to be at Churchill, infants.
Oh.
I can't lie, she's probably dead now, but like she was old, but I remember.
Auntie Barbara, from our previous episode,
Rest
can you
in
tell us
peace.
what happens after death, please? Because we want to know. But yeah, rest in peace if you want actually.
No, she was bare. I remember her being bare old.
She
She just used to be on the playground.
Did she?
She just used to watch out for kids. Like, do you know, infant school, obviously you're bare young. Spicy.
It's a bit hot.
This guy, he has a Bombay bad boy, puts all the sauce in, and then gets a whole bottle of sriracha and probably squeeze half of it in there. And then complains that it's hot.
I can handle my spices. But yeah, episode 6
Yeah.
today. So today one's a weird one because normally we'll both do some sort of research on it. But what I've done today is I've not even looked at the topic. So I'm going to be listening in and making a decision at the end. I know what the topic is, but I ain't got a clue what it is, if that makes sense. So yeah, let's rock and roll.
Yeah, so I think the last couple of weeks we haven't actually done a proper conspiracy theory, but this one, I guess you could say is a like quote unquote conspiracy theory.
So a lot of people know about this one, yeah?
A lot of people know about it, and a lot of people have come up with some weird and wonderful theories surrounding it as well, and what's been happening in that area. But basically what we're doing today is the Bermuda Triangle. So you don't know what it is at all, do you? You just think, you've heard of Bermuda.
Country.
Yeah, I played at Cricket World Cup, remember? Luckily.
That big guy caught the catch.
Yeah.
And I know what a triangle is.
You do. So do you want to hazard a guess as to what this is about?
It's about the 3 countries that surround Bermuda, and they're all trying to take over Bermuda, but it's all a triangle, Illuminati. And just thinking about it, triangles, there's 3 types of triangles. There's isosceles, scalene, and normal triangle. So
normal, what's normal, bro?
Equilateral.
Jeez.
I know my triangles. Yeah, isosceles has all different 3-sided shapes, sides. No, sorry, that's scalene.
Yeah.
And isosceles has 2 the same and 1 different.
Mad.
And the third one, the equilateral, all has a 3.
What about the angles?
Huh?
What about the angles?
Yeah, one of them's equilateral is 45 degrees all the way around.
Nice stuff.
They're all at 90 degrees.
They went out to 180.
180. Why are you trying it, man? I've done something right.
No, you
for
did
once.
well, bro. You did well. I can't lie. But yeah, Bermuda Triangle. I mean, none of that was right. To be fair, some of it was. I guess
okay.
it's to do with some of the countries surrounding it. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, what it is, I'll read out this thing that I've got from the internet as to what it actually is.
Yeah.
So, the Bermuda Triangle is a mythical section of the Atlantic Ocean, roughly between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. So, in this like triangle of the ocean,
Miami as in States?
America, yeah.
Oh, so Bermuda's quite close there then?
Yeah, so it's like it's one of those islands that's off there, isn't it? So
Okay,
like
cool.
Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. So it's like Miami's Florida, in it basically.
Mm-hmm.
So that all 3 of those bits, the sea in between, all of that bit is where we're sort of looking for this conspiracy theory. So basically, what's apparently happened here in that space of the ocean a lot is loads and loads, or I say dozens of ships and like aeroplanes and things like that have gone missing for no apparent reason. It's
It's gone missing.
They've gone missing. So like they've been traveling through that thing for whatever reason it could be. So they've gone missing, and that's where the conspiracy theories are around. How they've gone missing.
I've already gathered that this episode's gonna have so many pauses because pause number 1, you can't lose an aeroplane. It's not a pound coin. You know how big an aeroplane is. You can't just lose an aeroplane.
Yeah, but how big's the ocean?
Yeah, massive, but airplanes don't float.
Exactly. So if it sinks, how the fuck are you gonna find it?
Oh yeah. I mean, what I meant to say was airplanes do float because they're so heavy. But
Because they're so heavy.
yeah. But you would have thought after Titanic they would have made stuff like this floatable.
But if something happens and
At the end of the day, you can't fight gravity, right?
you can't, man. I'm sorry, you flat earthers.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Can't fight it.
You can't. But like, because of all the unexplained circumstances that have like surrounded how they've gone missing and all that sort of stuff, that's why like loads of conspiracy theories surrounding it have sort of come up.
Mm-hmm.
So there's been a few like mysterious disappearances. I think there's been 2 disappearances which have like been the most mysterious and people can't explain what's happened. But just to put it into perspective, people and shipments and normal like commercial flights, all of that sort of stuff, cargo flights, whatever, all travel through this triangle on a daily basis, and most of them don't go missing. It's just in the few mysterious cases where they have, people have decided to make up these conspiracy theories as to how they've gone missing. So it's a normal route that planes go through,
Every
and yeah, nothing like it doesn't nothing happens the majority of the
So
time.
there are certain airlines that go missing.
No, I don't think so. So this is going back to like 1950s and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
But
Before Channel 5.
yeah, I just I just want to put it into perspective. Like not every single plane that goes through this goes missing, basically. So obviously there was a few stories that have caused those conspiracy theories to come up. Like I said, those 2. So there's a couple of tragedies that happened that were linked to the Bermuda Triangle. So I've got a couple in front of me. The first one happened in 1918. So basically 100 years ago, 105 years ago.
It's time ago, isn't it?
Yeah, so there was basically a ship, Navy ship, with over 300 men and about 10,000 tons of cargo on it. And it was going between like Barbados and some other area, but it had to go through the Bermuda Triangle to get to its destination. Everything like normally, do you know when with ships and planes and all that sort of stuff, they send out signals, like distress signals if something's wrong, like something wrong's happening, or if like even just for general communication, they'll just be like, oh, I'm here like right now on the radar. You're right.
Have I got Pot Noodle on me?
No.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so they'll just be like, they'll just send out where they are on the radar. So like, obviously the people that are watching them know where they are. So in this instance, there was no like SOS signal or anything like that. Like they didn't send for help. And normally your SOS signal, say for example on your phone today, your GPS will work no matter where you are. Like if you go on your map, you've not got any service or anything like that, your GPS still works.
Really?
Yeah, I remember being in the middle of Cambodia in some ocean, no idea where I was, and I just went on maps just to see where I was, and it could tell me where I was just from GPS.
So GPS don't work with internet?
No, I don't think so. I think it's basically off satellites somewhere. So like in that same way, these SOS signals, the GPS that they use for them, that works in the exact same way. Like no matter how bad the situation is, that SOS should always work.
Yeah.
No matter how like bad the situation has got, you should always have that SOS signal.
Mm-hmm.
So they had loads of opportunities to do it, and it never actually came up. So basically, because they went missing, or they didn't reach their destination in time, and like everyone was thinking, where the hell are they? Sometimes in those times, like 1918, it could get a bit choppy out there, and you might turn up a day late or something like that, and that was pretty normal. But these lot didn't turn up for ages, and they did like an extensive search to find out where they were. They found no wreckage, anything like that. So that's obviously a bit of a weird one. Like you crash or whatever, you'd expect to see like, I don't know, something floating about, like a bit of a broken end off one of the ships or something like that. They looked in the whole area, scoured the whole area, couldn't find anything.
The thing is, I've solved this issue already.
What's that?
Just buy loads of Apple AirTags.
In 1918.
It's not my fault technology went advanced.
It was advanced. They had GPS and stuff probably.
Yeah, so it's funny they got trackers like.
Like it was just a navy ship. Navy.
Yeah,
like,
true. You wouldn't have gone there. Would
yeah, like the navy go out all the time by ship. There was another one in 1941. Two ships when they vanished.
And these things, they've not been found.
No, they've never been found along the same route as well. So these two ships that went missing in 1941 went on exactly the same route. Just to put into perspective how big these ships are. 542 foot long ship. That's flipping massive.
Bro, that is how long?
542 feet.
542 feet divided by 6. That's 90 6-foot people.
Yeah, if I just lie down, times me by 90.
Yo, that's long.
That's a lot of people. And obviously it's gonna be massive as well, like
Yeah.
So just put into perspective, like that, two of them in 1941, so that's what, how many years later? 23 years later, the same thing happened to two ships. They went across the same path.
Yo.
The two vessels literally went through the Bermuda Triangle, both disappeared, neither were found.
Yo, shit, that's mad.
So
Yo, this is interesting, man.
Something fishy's going on. No one knows what's happening. So that's like the first group of tragedies. Then you've got the second ones. So this is in 1945, so...
Bit more advanced.
December 1945. When did the World War start? 95, not 45, isn't it? 38 to 45.
World War II, innit?
Was it 38? I don't know.
I was there.
Yeah. Who were you fighting for?
England.
England, yeah.
Against Germany.
Yeah.
We won 3-2.
Mad guy. Good win, man. So yeah, 1945, December. What's going on? So in Florida, there's 5 Navy bombers carrying 14 men. So the bombers are basically planes. So that makes sense. It was during the war, innit? Take off from Fort Lauderdale, which is in Florida, on an airfield, just to practice like bombing runs and all that sort of stuff. So they were like,
also they're practicing.
Basically practicing dropping bombs, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Probably in the ocean, I don't know. But like, I don't know, probably dropping dud bombs or something.
Yeah.
They basically go through where the Bermuda Triangle is, and all of their compasses start malfunctioning for no apparent reason. One of the flights gets completely lost, no idea where he is. All 5 planes all of a sudden just start flying aimlessly.
They have no control over it.
No control. They just start flying wherever. They all lose each other. They don't know where anyone is. They all start running low on fuel because they've been in the air for so long. They don't want to just land anywhere. And then they end up just like ditching the planes in the sea. And then on the same day, they send out, obviously, because these are like trained flightsmen, innit? Like, or pilots, they know what they're doing. So they're like, where the hell is everyone, sort of thing. They're not getting any SOS signals again because everything's malfunctioning, nothing's working. And it's weird because, like, if it was on one plane, you'd be like, oh, it's just that one plane that's faulty. But if it's 5 planes, you're starting to think, oh, like, what's going on here, innit? There's something different, like, something not normal is happening, like, in this area. The same sort of things keep happening. People are generally just a bit more scared. And then it's happened on all 5 planes.
Something spooky is happening in the triangle.
Like, there's something mysterious going on. So they ditch all the planes at sea, but because no one turns up, they send out like a 13-man crew to go and save them, to see, like, do a search basically. They disappear as well. So after
I ain't going in.
after like 2-3 weeks of searching, they don't find any evidence. The official Navy, so like the actual US Navy, declared that it's as if they'd flown to Mars. That's what they say.
Flown to Mars?
It's as if they'd flown to Mars.
Oh, because they're off the face of the earth.
They can't find them, So they've just basically disappeared, and like no one's been able to find them. Bit mad, isn't it?
That's crazy. Like I said, if it was just 1, calm. 2, cool. 5, got missing.
5. You gotta think about it as well. These are all experienced pilots.
If I was in the Navy at that time and they say you gotta go find them, not say so, I said nah, mate.
No, but these are your brothers.
True. Yeah, true.
So you have to.
Yeah, true.
So
But
it's
I ain't going there on holiday, mate.
So they're the 2 like sort of tragedies that we've seen. I think more recently, I think maybe in like the 50s or 60s, there was a guy, I don't remember his name, when I was doing my research about all of this, he was on like I think it was like a commercial flight basically, but not like a big commercial flight, so not like a massive Airbus or anything like that, but he had like passengers on the plane, and this guy apparently was like a really experienced pilot, and like the story goes basically that he takes off, he's flying to Miami, so he takes off from somewhere that goes through the Bermuda Triangle, and he's flying to Miami. So what he does is he takes off and they're just going along happy, like whatever, same old thing in it basically as every day. His pilot lifestyle, he just flies from one place to another and then that's it. So he's flying and then he starts coming across all these massive grey clouds.
Yeah.
It's generally like you go through clouds when you're flying anyway, like it's no biggie. So he goes through this first one and like no difference to usual. So he's just flying along, bit of turbulence as you'd expect.
Another day in the office.
Yeah, like everything's pretty normal. Gets out of that cloud and everyone's just like, oh, like, do you know, like when there's a bit of turbulence, they don't panic, but everyone feels a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So like the turbulence stops and everyone's like, oh, like thank God that's over, sort of thing. And then this another massive grey cloud comes up, like huge grey cloud, like never seen anything like it, sort of grey cloud. And he's like, I can't divert my direction because if I do, like I'm going to cause too much distress on the plane. Like I can't go under it, I can't go over it, I can't go left or right. So I'm just going to have to go through it. So he goes into it and he's just flying, and things start to mess up like big time. So he starts like, he can't see no end to the cloud. And then all of a sudden he starts seeing all these white flashing lights, things like that. It could be lightning, but he doesn't really know, like it doesn't feel like lightning. Like, normally you can see like the bolts of lightning, but you can't see it. So he's just flying through and all of his compasses and all that sort of stuff starts to malfunction again, like in the same way as it did for those other guys, for the Navy guys. And then he's obviously like, crap, like, I need to get through this. And everyone's panicking on board and stuff like that. He can't send no radar signals to any of the guys back at the like air traffic control tower or anything like that, and he's just flying, he's panicking, and then he starts to see like a bit of light at the end of the tunnel basically, so he's just like tunnel vision, he's like, I need to get through that hole. He just keeps flying, feels like he's flying like for quite a while and he's not getting any closer to it, and then all of a sudden like it starts to get closer, he feels like he's making progress through it and he comes out of it at the other end. And then he radios back to the people at the air traffic control, and he's like, did you guys get any signal from me? Like, do you know where I am? I have no idea where I am. I feel like I've just been going through this cloud. I feel like I've been in there for a while, but I'm not sure how long it actually was. But it felt like probably 5-10 minutes or something like that at the most, which is weird because clouds aren't like, you're going like 500-600 miles per hour or something like that. Yeah, like you just go through a cloud. It's not gonna be that big. So it felt like he was inside like it's almost like a big plastic bag or something. He's just going through the end. Do you know what I mean? And there's loads of lightning and stuff. So they try and GPS to see where he is. They're like, we can't see you right now. And he's like, what? He's like, yeah, no, we can't see you. You're not on the radar. But they're looking in the place where they'd expect him to be. What they then find, they do like a direct targeting on his aircraft. He's 5 minutes from Miami apparently. So he's only been traveling for like a certain amount of time. The flight to Miami from where he was apparently is like 97 minutes, something like that, or 90 minutes. He got there within 5 minutes in 45 minutes. So this cloud he went through, I don't know how, like, I don't know if it sped him up, carried it at a ridiculous speed through this thing, but he basically went through it and got to Miami within half the time. And everyone was like, nah, this is a bit booky. Like, how are you traveling that quick? You're trying to bob in it, basically. And then everyone did like sort of like analysis on the engine and on the plane and things like that, and it would have been impossible for him to like floor it to the point where he has
control and whatever.
Yeah, has control, and you can't make up half the time. You think about like on a car on a motorway.
Yeah.
I can't make up, like, I could drive to London in like hour 40 minutes. I can't drive it in 50 minutes. Like, no, that's ridiculous. Like, you can't do it.
No chance, yeah.
It's the same thing with this. Like, it's impossible. The engine can't churn out that much power. But the most messed up thing about this is he gets there and he's used barely any fuel. And then he's only been travelling for 45 minutes when it should take 90 minutes. So he gets there in half the time. And then he lands and everything, and he's just like, what the hell's going on? He writes a book about it and everything. So who knows, it could be like a marketing thing. He's just trying to make money, make a quick buck out of the whole thing. But I don't think he's chatting Bob, because like a lot of the people that are on board of that flight as well, they might be on it, who knows? Like, I don't know if he's chatting Bob really, but they all say like this happened, like we travelled there within 45 minutes. We had no idea where the hell we were. Felt like time wasn't even moving in this thing that we were in. Felt like we were in there forever. And it's almost like it propelled them, like, and saved them 45 minutes. They almost didn't exist for 45 minutes. Like, time just stopped whilst we're looking.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so involved in that whole conversation. I was so intrigued.
The way you were looking at me was just
bro,
like,
I thought you were going to say he died. But it looks like this triangle is a bit mad.
Yeah.
Like, this whole triangle, this is Illuminati, I'm telling you.
What do you mean it's Illuminati?
Because Illuminati's triangle, isn't it, basically?
Yeah, but it's just called a triangle because of the...
Where it is.
Yeah, the shape of it, that's why. I can't find the guy's name. He's a pilot from like the 1950s. I should have put it in my notes, but no, I'll find it later on and we'll put it in the description otherwise. But yeah, man, he made a book and everything about his experience. He contacted loads of professors about what it could be.
Do you know what his book was called?
Something to do with the Bermuda Triangle.
I know what his book was called.
What?
0 to 60 in 1 second.
Oh yeah, it's possible on the plane.
Maybe Too Fast, Too Furious was made of his influence.
Why?
Even though one's cars and
I was going to say,
planes.
one's cars.
Too Fast, Too Furious.
I don't know if he's furious though. I think he's curious.
Too Fast, Too Curious.
There you go, mate.
Yeah, £1 million idea, mate. We have just copyrighted that name, so if you want to use that name, send us peas.
Yeah, so they're the big stories.
But that's crazy, you know.
So
I understand if one person went through, you know, even like if a couple or 3, 4 were missing, you understand. But it's always in this area.
Yeah.
And then the dial will start like waving out and all that. And you lose signal, and next thing you know, you're only 5 minutes away. That's a nice little payday for him.
The electrics always go. And he does this fight all the time, it's never happened to him. So he knows like this like he could do this flight with his eyes closed.
Oh, so okay, so he knows the flight.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
nothing new to him, and this was like apparently he had like loads of experience flying just commercial flights and stuff like that, and it just like basically was completely different this time.
This one's good. I like this one.
Yeah.
This is good because this is not like our other episodes where people just talk was. This actually has some sense.
Oh no, we've not got to that bit yet. There is a lot of was to come.
Spoke too soon.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of was to come, to be fair. But they're the main like incidents that have happened, but no one can explain obviously what's happened. So most of the rubbish comes now, where people try and explain what's happened.
Oh, I bet one man's gonna say, "Oh, they entered this triangle of doom, and in this triangle of doom, there's my man sitting there, and he's just causing various air signals, and Wi-Fi drops, and 4G goes missing, and 5G comes in, and 3G goes here, and 2G goes there."
Do you know what you sound like?
Who?
A flat earther.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I think that.
No, but that's what a flat earther would probably say.
Oh, I was gonna say, bro.
If we go on to like what people think, I think the most like sensible thing.
Oh, why do you always have to come up with good conspiracy theories and end it by dumbasses? Yeah, thinking just
Because this is the fun bit. We get to laugh at them.
We get to laugh at them.
But this is like, if we look at it sensibly, it's probably just natural disasters, right? Like, like a thunderstorm or
Something's happened.
bad weather, like choppy weather. You know, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
going out into the ocean is scary. Like, I can't think of anything like more scary. To be fair,
I've swam the ocean before.
you swam in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
What, like, as in on the beach?
No, as in like, bro, like from point A to point B, I swam the whole length.
How long was that?
It's when I was training with Michael Phelps for the Olympics. As in, like, I was training.
Michael Phelps does endurance swimming now, yeah?
Yeah. It's in his early days.
Okay.
But go on.
You guys number?
Who Michael? Yeah, I got his number.
You're gonna show me?
Michael Phelps.
Yeah, Bellum, innit? Bellum live on the podcast. It's 8:30 right now in the UK, so it'll be like midday there at least.
Yeah, it depends where he is, because normally he's not really like in the country, but
Alright, it's cool. I think
oh god,
it's
must have deleted.
natural disasters, it has to be something like that. I think anyway, like a storm,
Yeah.
high sea,
You
hurricanes.
You can't just go missing in the sky, like.
Yeah, like, but if you do, this is the thing, if you do go missing in the ocean, the chances of you being found are so low.
How deep is the ocean?
No one knows. Like, actually, they probably know, but like,
Can you get to the bottom of it?
nah. Did you not know this?
But ain't there people in the world that do this for a living?
No, but did you not know this? So
Yeah.
like,
I don't know this theory, no.
no, not this theory,
Oh.
but the bottom of the ocean is less has been discovered in the ocean than there has like outer space in our solar system.
And our solar system's big.
Yeah, so like there are 9 planets or 8 planets, whatever it is now.
And it's more in the ocean.
Like it's less discovered what's down there. Do you know why? Basically, the ocean is so deep that the pressure, the more you go down, gets higher and higher. So, for example, like submarines can obviously go pretty low, but you got to think it's water, but it's weight as well at the same time.
Yeah.
So like, the more deep you go, the more that pressure is like pushing down on you. The more weight is pushing down. It's almost like gravity times 2. Do you know what I mean? So you can only go as deep as that pressure allows for you to be stable. So like, imagine you put a submarine and try and go all the way down to the bottom of the ocean. Eventually the ocean will just crush the metal in that submarine, and obviously you're not going to be able to look at anything. Same with humans, like we can only go down a certain bit before our lungs just get squished, and if you just carry on going deeper into the ocean, you'd come out just like disintegrated.
Gee, I get shook of diving into a 6-foot pool, mate.
Yeah, so exactly. And you went, touring with Michael Phelps in the ocean?
Yeah. No, so obviously I was his coach, innit? So had him on the walkie-talkie. I was telling him what to do, isn't it?
Okay.
No, like, he was trying
left arm, right
he
arm.
was trying to do breaststrokes. I was like, nah, mate, you gotta do
Butterfly.
doggy paddles.
Doggy paddles, jeez. But yeah, Is Pete trying to get to the bottom of the ocean to find someone? Because eventually that's where they're going to go, innit?
Well, I'd love a job like that, you know.
What, like excavating?
Just like sitting there and trying to find out what's at the bottom of the ocean.
Mm.
And then you could just feed back anything and your boss is going to believe you because he don't know anyway.
Because no one knows, like, there could be aliens down there.
No, it's only because, bro, like, I've seen, like, videos with people at the bottom of the ocean. Maybe that's not the ocean, maybe that's the sea.
Yeah, obviously there's some bits that are shallower than others, but like the proper like depths of the ocean, like in the middle of like the Pacific Ocean or something like that.
Pacific Ocean?
Yeah, or Atlantic Ocean.
Where's that? Where's that? I live in the English Channel.
Where's the English Channel?
In England.
Between here and France.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to have me on.
No.
I don't get it. I don't get how there's so much water in the world. Like,
What do you mean?
why is it water? I could have built more land.
What do you mean build
No,
more
it's
land, bro?
Obviously not now, you can't do it now, but like, when they first did it, when they first started building it and stuff, like, how did they not just...
What are you on, bro?
But how would you put water there? That's what I'm trying to say.
No one put water there. It's natural.
It's not natural.
What do you mean then? Who put it there?
Well, that's what I'm asking you.
You're being dumb on purpose.
No, I'm being serious.
It's
Like,
natural.
it just makes me think, innit, like, how is there so much water? Like, where's the water come from? Drained over the years?
Yeah.
Was that once flat?
What do you mean was it once flat?
As in, like, it's not always been water.
It's not always been water, you're right.
That's what I mean. It was soil at once, isn't it? 1.9.
No, as in, it was probably ice.
And then the ice cracked.
Yeah, you know there was an ice age probably about 12, 13,000 years ago.
I thought that was just a movie.
Yeah, it was based on that.
Oh, is it?
Mm.
Oh, I thought it was just a kid's movie.
Yeah, there was an actual ice age. You know what like a woolly mammoth is and a saber-toothed tiger, all of that sort of stuff?
Shout out our brethren that looks like Sid as well.
What? It's the sloth.
Yeah.
and thingy.
Who?
It's Aaron a bit.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I said shout out to our brethren that looks like Sid.
Oh, Sid the sloth.
Oh, you thought I was on about...
I thought you were about Sid. I was like, what? You know what
Nah,
you say?
shout out Sid as well, but yeah. Our mate Aaron, I reckon he don't even watch this, you know.
Yeah, probably doesn't.
He's gone global now, isn't it?
Always.
LDN. But yeah, he looks like Sid.
But yeah, like all of that ice would have melted, and then sea levels rise, more water. You got water. That's how it works, mate.
The more, like, you know, like before, I don't think I've deeped the world as much as I've deeped it this year.
Do you know these podcasts? I think you learn a lot of it.
I've learned bare, fam. Like, stuff that I wouldn't like. You know, my lunch break at work. I'm like, today, bro, I was actually watching a video, I'll show you later, about life after death. And it was just mad.
No, it's good, man. It's good to learn.
It's crazy.
You need to start reading books now, then.
Huh? I read my first book, innit?
Did you?
Yeah.
What was it?
OK Magazine.
Yeah. So, we've got natural disasters, which it probably is, I think. High seas, storms, hurricanes. The technology is not advanced enough back then, especially like 1918, 1945, all of that sort of stuff, to find like people. The quicker you identify that someone's gone missing, the quicker you can find them. That's on land. Now think about it like in the middle of the ocean where people could just be bashed around and like floating around and sinking to the bottom of the sea and no one would ever know about it. A fish might eat you.
But this is true, you know, because I know someone that went missing and they talk about a good 11, 12 days to find this person and they were in the, you know, Abbey Park.
Yeah, I remember you saying.
Yeah, I don't know what that's called, not a river, innit? It's a lake?
Yeah, like a lake.
Lake, yeah. 11 days, bro. And that could have been anywhere in Leicester.
Exactly.
So imagine, yes.
Yeah.
So there must be dead bodies in the ocean.
Hundreds, thousands. There'll be loads.
Yeah, you know what? One of the things I wanted to do in life was jet skiing, but I might have to take a rain check on that one.
I mean, you're not going to be doing that in the middle of the ocean.
Well, rain?
As in, like, it's by the coast, like by the sea, probably, and a bit shallower.
So you know when you go like beach and stuff, that's the ocean, isn't it?
It is, but it's obviously shallow because it's the.
But you've got to
you're on
go
the coast.
200 miles before you even hit.
I don't know. It could be like 10 miles, 5 miles, but like it's not. Do you know what I mean? It's not a lot.
Tastes better salty as well, the water, man.
Yeah, proper salty, mate. That stuff will kill you.
Will it?
Yeah.
I wish it was Perry so I would have drank it. But go on.
So that's the sensible one out of the way.
Yeah, that's the most common. Normal people would think this. Now it's time for idiots.
Yeah, so this one, when I was writing it, I was just like, what the hell is this, man? It's called the Harry Potter theory.
Oh my god, allow it. You said Harry Potter, and if you know me, I hate Harry Potter.
I love Harry Potter.
Little one.
I've read all
Quidditch.
7 books multiple
Little one
times.
Quidditch waste, man.
I love the books, but this is just.
But you know what? I
dumb.
don't even watch Daniel Radcliffe movies because of him.
Do you know what? He's a whack actor.
You think?
He's so bad.
Do you think he just got that role because he
He just looks like Harry.
He just looks like a Harry Potter. Man.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but I hate Harry Potter, man. Don't make no sense.
I love Harry Potter. It's sick. It's proper good. But this, like, when I read this, I was just like, this is dumbness, like, to another level. People actually believe in this. There's a YouTube channel that, like, has made a video on this. I don't want to even name names, but, like, it's just, they've, like, proper, like, tried to make it sound like it's real.
Do I know the name of this person?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It's like, it's a YouTube channel dedicated to Harry Potter. You ain't gonna know what it is.
Oh my
But
god.
they've made, like, a proper, like, video about it. And that's where I got this theory from. So, basically, the theory is, you've not watched any of the films, have you? So I'm just going to be chatting gibberish to you right now.
No, I know some of them though.
So, in the 5th one, I want to say.
Chamber of Secrets.
No, the Order of the Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
You know who Sirius Black is?
Yeah. That guy, no, I'm on about Snape.
Sirius Black is basically Harry Potter's dad's best mate. Yeah? Harry Potter's dad's dead. So Sirius Black basically is like Harry Potter's dad, like in real life, kind of thing, because his dad's not around. And in that film, he dies. Yeah.
You Sirius Black though?
Yeah, Sirius Black dies, and he's in this area in the Ministry of Magic. Yeah. So they're all together, and they're all fighting at the bottom. And when he dies, there's basically like this big archway. Yeah, and it's got like this misty thing in the middle of it. So basically, what they're saying is, in the middle of the ocean, there's one of them.
Yeah.
Linked to Harry Potter. And when you go through this thing, it's a one-way ticket to like wherever, you can't come back. So they're not necessarily dead, but they're missing.
They've just gone for annual leave for the rest of their life, mate.
They're missing, and they're in the magical universe of Harry Potter, apparently. And they're just roaming around.
Do you know who made this theory up?
Some Harry Potter fans, probably.
Some idiot, that's who made it. Harry Potter, yeah.
I don't know where
They've gone to this arch of circles and they're all having a party down there.
The maddest thing is they think Harry Potter's real.
Oh my god.
No, but you'd think if you come up with a theory like this, you obviously think it's real. Yeah. But then at the same time, that's a conspiracy theory in itself because you can't prove that it's not real. Prove to me that it's not real.
I can't.
Number 3? Should we skip it?
What?
Number 2, you're done with Harry Potter?
Yeah, bun Harry Potter.
Alright. Number 3, aliens.
Bun this one as well.
It's always aliens. Aliens are everywhere.
Bro, it's like everyone just turns to aliens like it's an easy option.
No, that's what it is, 100%. Have you ever watched a program called Ancient Aliens?
No.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's basically just like anything that happens in the world, that's a conspiracy theory. They'll just say, oh, it's aliens. And they'll try and prove it. But the same theory every single time.
I'm going to blame it tomorrow. When my alarm goes off, yeah, at 5:30 in the morning, I'm going to snooze it. I don't wake up till 7. Yeah, and Shreya looks at me like, oh, how can you get up at 5:30? I'm going to say aliens.
Yeah.
Aliens did not want me to get up.
It's a valid excuse.
Aliens.
It's a valid excuse.
Oh, Princess, why have you turned up late for work today? Aliens.
It's valid. You get a day off if you say it as well.
Ew.
Yeah.
Proper.
Legit. See, I saw an alien, it scared me.
Hello, boss. Aliens told me not to come into work tomorrow or for the rest of the year, but said I still need pay.
You actually believe me?
Hmm?
You believe me?
What?
About
I don't
aliens?
believe anything to do with aliens.
So apparently, there's been plenty of UFO sightings around this area. and people think that people have been abducted by aliens, basically.
I thought I seen a UFO once. It was a drone, but from far I was like,
That is, I guess it is a UFO though, because an unidentified flying object. It doesn't have to be an alien.
oh is that what UFO stands for?
Yeah.
Oh my god! But I didn't know that.
What did you think it was?
Just I have
UFO
sounds cool,
aliens.
isn't it? UFO, mate.
Yeah, so unidentified flying object. So
I
it
thought
could be
UFC was taken, so they just had to like, yeah.
It could be anything.
Unidentified flying object.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Shit.
See, you're learning, man.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell everyone at work tomorrow.
Yeah, you should.
If they say I already know what it is, I'm gonna go mad.
Yeah. So there's that. It could be aliens. I doubt it very much.
Two shit things.
Why would they just come through in this one area of the world and decide that's where we're going to take people from?
Yeah, especially in Bermuda, like what's going on there?
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing really special. There's another theory. This is a bit more like scientific, I guess, and probably not correct, to be honest. But it's basically suggests that the triangle consists of dark matter.
Okay.
You know what dark matter is? It's basically a form of energy in the universe, which no one really has an explanation for. No one really knows if it's real, but they just use it in equations and things like that to basically fill a gap. So no one knows if it's real or not. But it's basically, you can even call it dark matter or dark energy, I think. And they think that, do you know, for example, those clouds and that the flashing lights and all that sort of stuff that guy went through, a lot of people think and theorize that he went through like a big clunk of dark matter. But no one knows what it does and why it's there. But it's something that you see in the universe, not here, not on planet Earth. So with the way that people think that it's dark matter, they basically, there's a theory that the people that are caught inside these clouds are just in constant loops. So the people that have gone missing, they're just in a constant loop of going through this cloud and they'll never be able to get out.
This guy that did it, he managed to get out.
He managed to get out. So you're in a constant loop. Imagine those guys that are in that, I don't know, those air fighters, imagine. They could be in a constant loop where only minutes, remember I said it seems like time's dragging a bit, but it doesn't feel like that long as well at the same time. Only minutes could have passed in that time loop, for example. So they're just going around and around in circles trying to find a way out. Never found a way out, but realistically on planet Earth, like just for those who aren't in that time loop, decades have passed. But for them it's only been minutes.
My first question on this is, what's the actual matter with these people? And my second question is, kind of makes a little bit of sense, but you can't really prove it.
It's like Interstellar. You ever seen that? Probably not, have you?
I know what inter is, I know what a kind of stellar is, but I don't know what the two words together is.
Interstellar, it's a film, about space. So this is where the theory comes from, So if you're in space and you're traveling at the speed of light, you're traveling like ridiculously fast, and you're just going around the planet. So imagine outside of Earth, you're just going orbiting it, and you're traveling at the speed of light. If you're doing that, and you're gone for, whilst you're in the plane or whatever you're in, you're gone. You age by like 5 years, so you're gone for 5 years. Because you're traveling so fast, those 5 years are actually a lot less than the amount of time that's actually passed in real time. So like for us who are just traveling at a normal speed, so the Earth's moving in it through space, you're traveling at that normal speed, the Earth's moving through space, so we're just aging normally. So for the 5 years that have passed for that guy, and he's aged 5 years, we could have aged like 20 years. So when he comes back down to Earth, say for example you've gone up there, you're now 33 when you come back, I'm 47 when you come back.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so like they think that's something similar like that's happening to these guys.
No, it's so stupid, really.
But that's the actual thing. That's like a proven theory. That's how it would work. You would age
It
less.
doesn't, bro.
It will.
So you're saying time stops, basically?
It doesn't stop. I think it's basically E equals MC squared.
Albert Einstein.
Yeah, I think it's something to do with that. So the quicker you're traveling, the faster that you're traveling, time gets distorted to a point where you don't age as quickly as someone else that's on a slower planet. So you could be on a planet where the gravity and everything like that and the speed that it's moving at is a lot quicker. So for example, in Interstellar, they go to a planet, and for every hour they spend on that planet, the other guy that they leave on the spaceship behind them, he ages by 10 years or something. And it's an actual thing, it's a theory, and it probably is right as well.
How do you go?
How do you go where?
Into space.
Into space? I mean, how to travel at the speed of light? No one can travel at the speed of light. So it's a theory, but like, if you're traveling ridiculously fast, then it probably would have an effect, but who knows? Mad. What blown your mind? You've gone very quiet.
I just want to say thank you to the people that made this all possible. I live a normal life. I take life for granted, and I'm just happy that I live a normal life. Imagine living a life like this, like that.
Like what?
Like these idiots into space.
Oh, well, it's just a theory. No one knows if they're actually there or not.
They're not.
I don't think they are either. They're just dead.
They're not.
They're probably at the bottom of the ocean.
I got my verdict already.
Yeah, so do I. But we'll go through the last couple.
Yeah.
So there's a theory that the sea farts. To be fair, this is legit though. So like, everyone says when they're traveling through the ocean, don't travel over like the bubbly areas of the sea. Basically, do you know, obviously sometimes there's sand at the bottom and the earth moves, right? Like the tectonic plates and all that sort of stuff. And through those plates, methane comes up sometimes. So basically fart gas. And if there's so much methane coming up at these certain like locations in the Bermuda Triangle, which apparently it does, it can basically cause like water to sink, cause a sinkhole essentially, and you get whirlpools and things like that. So potentially you could be dragged under the surface of the sand in the sea by these massive like releases of methane gas. So they're called farts, but that's why potentially if you're traveling through these shallow bits of ocean and then you just, one of these things just like implodes a bit and then you go through that sand, that's why you potentially couldn't ever find it again, because no one's going to start digging sand at the bottom of the ocean. Do you know what I mean? So like that's potentially a sensible theory, but I don't know how like possible it actually is.
So all these guys down there, they're just all making sandcastles at the bottom of the ocean, basically.
Imagine that though, you're like under the sand and then the sea's on top. No one would ever think, oh, I'm just going to search the bed of the sea because like it's not shallow under there. I'm not going to start digging it because I'll never find anything. But then you can't also get back up.
Yeah, because sand is strong.
That's mad, isn't it? Scary, man. Crazy. It's like being buried alive, basically. Times 2.
This is why I didn't want to get a passport for time, because I don't want to fly.
You scared?
I'm scared to take flights.
Basically scared, but I'm over it now.
But it's going to take flying.
Yeah, do you know after all the like terrorist attacks and that?
Yeah.
I remember when I was younger, I used to get bear shook.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now I'm cool.
It's one of those things, isn't it? Like, you're always happy when you're going on holiday, so if a plane does crash, at least you died happy.
Let's get drunk.
That's why, guys, you should always listen to the flight attendant people when they're telling you what to do in case of a crash.
Do you?
Huh?
Do you listen?
Yeah, I take my headphones out and everything.
Do you?
Yeah, to the exits on the left and the right hand side and the hallway, and then put your face mask on before your kids put face mask on. You get me?
Yeah, you're a bright man.
And put your head down like this.
You're a bright kid.
Anyway, I listen to the things I want to listen to in life.
Last one, sea monsters,
Oh my god.
Loch Ness monster, that kind of thing. Magnetic anomalies, so like switching in like the magnetic field, like that's what's throwing off like the compasses and all of that sort of stuff. People think Atlantis is down there and people are dragging people down to Atlantis. Reverse gravity fields, so something's sucking you in. Whirlpools, like we said on the last one. But that's all a load of nonsense if you ask me. In all probability, these things are probably, there's no like single theory that solves the mystery. Do you get what I mean? Like it could be different things every time. Like you have no idea. It could be like a storm. It could be a whirlpool. It could be that fart thing. Like no one knows.
It could be anything.
It could be anything.
Could be all of them.
It's not just one thing. Do you know what I mean? Like it seems like
there's something happening.
There's something happening, and it might be a hotbed for like certain activity, but that doesn't mean there's something like weird like that Harry Potter thing or like sea monsters or something like that. It's just it's hot. The temperatures around there are quite volatile, which can cause thunderstorms, and obviously when that happens, the wind and all of that get quite choppy. The sea gets choppy, and I feel like it's just down to natural disasters and weather and things like that more than anything. Like the disappearances. There's no like logical and consistent thing that causes all of them. So there's no point trying to find a consistent thing for them. It's like trying to say like there's one cause for a car crash in the whole of the world. Like there's not. Do you know what I mean?
There is.
Bad drivers, but like.
Well, I was going to say something else, my bro.
It's not allowed. Say it on there.
I think everyone knows what I'm going to say. But can't say it because...
people not servicing their cars, that's what you mean.
2023 is the... But even if I get cancelled, yeah, don't really matter to me. But I'm not gonna say it.
I know what you want to say. It's because like people don't change their tires and stuff, innit?
Yeah. That one there,
so,
bro.
Yeah, but like as I said, the area, it's not recognised as a hazardous place. Like apparently, according to like maritime insurance companies and people like that who insure like ships and stuff. They don't charge more for like ships that are travelling through the Bermuda Triangle, which says it all. Like it's just a normal place. Certain things can happen, obviously, but for the most part, loads of cargo and stuff like that goes through their travels untouched on a daily basis.
There's more planes and stuff that have been through it and got to the other end than haven't, right?
Yeah, I think things have just been popularised by the few tragedies that have happened in that concentrated area, and people made books and things.
It's like anything in life, isn't it?
But yeah, what do you think?
I reckon, yeah. You see this triangle? It's mad. I really don't know what to think, but I think you're right, sort of. Some people go through it, they don't make it, there's a lot of air pressure in the sky, everything drops out, you fall, and you can't be found again. And that's just because you're at the bottom of the ocean. Really and truly. But if any airlines want to sponsor me and pay me...
What you're looking for is a sponsor, innit?
I'm just trying to make some money, some spending money, so I can buy Mackies. No, but if any airlines want to sponsor me and you, yeah, and you can promise in our insurance that our families will be looked after with plenty of money, then we'll take it on board and we'll go and we'll record the whole thing.
Oh, like in the Bermuda Triangle,
yeah.
One flight. Oh, okay, I see.
Let's do it. You want to go?
Yeah, I'm down.
No, seriously?
Yeah. What if we see the Loch Ness Monster?
Huh?
See the Loch Ness Monster?
I have to push you in front.
Yeah, I can't. But yeah, man, that's the Bermuda Triangle. I think.
I did not expect that.
No.
When you first said the Bermuda Triangle, I thought it was a massive playground that's a triangle, and all the countries don't get along and they're trying to fight for the border and all that.
Yeah.
But there's just planes going on and off. But I reckon my tonight YouTube video is going to be on the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah. To
educate myself and look at this Harry Potter theory.
That's good stuff, man. Alright, cool. Like always, like, comment, subscribe. And let us know, innit, what you want to see as well in terms of conspiracy theories. We're not getting much from anyone, so put it in the comments and we'll have a look.
Innit, and guys, yo, share our shit, man. Innit, I don't see no one sharing. What's going on?